Yara, hey, congratulations on your new film, Demise.
Thank you so much. Did you get a chance to watch it?
No, not for myself. I also missed, I understand you had a premiere and red carpet, and I was trying to make that myself too, but
Yeah,
scheduling it didn't quite work out for me. But
sure.
this looks like a terrific film itself. Tell us where the original idea came from for Demise.
Yeah, so I've always been a fan of the genre of these 90s thrillers like Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction, Sleeping with the Enemy. So just a love for the genre initially, but it was summer of 2020 and I wanted to write something a little edgier, still having the theme of love as a foundation, but this is a twisted story about love. It's a noir thriller triangle, love triangle thriller. And so, yeah, I don't know. It just sort of came to me, the story. And I wrote for 3 months straight and didn't stop. And then I got my first draft 3 months later. So,
Wow. So this genre, what fascinates you about this genre itself? Is it, the thrills, the mystery, or
yeah,
you just
it's the
you just you
betrayal.
love
Yeah,
the action?
yeah. I just love it.
I mean, tell us what actually, motivates you that you love this genre so much.
I guess all of the twists and turns and I mean, it's just always exciting to see something play out on screen where, you wouldn't wish for it to happen on your own life, but it sure is entertaining to watch as far as betrayal of love, obsession, all of that kind of stuff. It's always been one of my favorite genres. So, yeah.
Now, how did you craft the story in, you know, f- from your head onto paper itself? Because, these stories have many twists, it has passion. And so
Yeah.
how did you want to put it on paper, on the script for others to read for firsthand? What's your approach?
Yeah. So with my approach, it's crazy because I have a wild imagination. And so when I start creating characters, it usually starts with about two characters. And I kind of take it from there and see if, there is room for additional characters. But I definitely have like a theme. And so in writing Demise, it just started off with the husband and wife character. And then in act one, it was sort of like just the affair. And I thought, having a one note movie about an affair and a betrayal is not going to really get much excitement by the end of the film. It has to have additional elements in there. So definitely playing out a lot of the twists and turns in the film is what makes it a thriller. And so, yeah, the story just sort of came to me. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Once you got the script actually written out, okay, now you want to basically, put it onto screen itself. Was it
Mhm.
everything you imagined from paper to screen, or were there
I,
challenges along the way?
I would say yes, but there's definitely challenges along the way. Anytime you have a small budget for an indie film, those are always difficult challenges to overcome. But I was lucky enough to partner with my DP, Justin Aguri, who I've known for at least 10 years now. And so we had a lot of time in pre-production to talk about every shot, the style, the look, the tone, the mood. And so having a lot of prep and a lot of in-depth conversations way before we shot anything was so crucial. And because it was my directorial debut, I had the additional pressure on myself, putting my first film out there that I wrote and directed I wanted to make sure that we're both on the same page as far as the vision. And so knowing that we had all that prep, yeah, I'm very happy with the result, and it definitely communicates. So yeah, the team that I had was very, very just on their A game.
In a film like this, there's quite a bit of talk on in the industry about um, s- utilizing sex scenes in films or
Mhm.
utilizing these type of scenes in films. Talk about how you want to approach it safely and the usage of intimacy coordinators, especially on an independent project like this.
Sure. So our film was a little different. Myself, I was an actor for many years, and we had an all-female producers on board. My other producing partners, Annabelle Monroe and Michael Metcalf, are also actresses. So we've all been in these situations where we're having to play out intimacy scenes on screen, and so we're very protective over our actors in that sense. And so I pretty much coordinated it and guided the actors through, and we had prior discussions on, boundaries and all that kind of stuff. So the day that we shot, everything was crystal clear and everyone knew exactly how it was going to look and what was going to happen. So in that way, our film was super blessed knowing that the producers are all situation.
Tell us about the cast that you recruited for this film, and what was the process of getting the perfect actors?
Sure. Yes, so we had Stella Nova Casting, our great casting directors, Nicole Dion and Robin Delano. They guided us through the whole audition process. And, this was during COVID still. So all of our auditions were via Zoom. And yeah, it was funny because they were laughing at me in the beginning, like, let me get this straight. You want these actors to be good looking, bilingual, and have X, Y, and Z. And I was like, yeah. And then they're like, that's a tall order. We'll see what we can do. And so, yeah, it was Robin Delano who actually had Carlo in mind to audition for the part of Caleb. And so she connected the dots to get him to audition. And as soon as I saw him, I mean, I knew that he was perfect for the role. And I was like, that's it, that's him. And so, yeah, we didn't even need a callback for him. But so then Robin and Nicole also got other actresses to audition for the parts of Fiona Fabiola, which are twin characters, and then the other leading role, which is Celine. And so, yeah, I mean, we were just so fortunate to have stumbled upon Liz Fenning and Crystal Hernandez, and then we selected our three leading roles. So they all worked so well together. They all had such great chemistry, and it was a great experience working together.
So the casting process happened during the COVID period, but your production didn't start until after COVID. Am I mean, you could correct me.
So yeah, so we filmed April of 2022, and there was still the COVID protocols in place. And so it's funny looking at photos now because like half the time everyone's in masks, the whole crew. And we, every night we had to have everyone test before showing up on set. And we were following all the guidelines because we were super scared about anyone getting sick and having the production shut down. So yeah, it was still at the tail end of things.
So with the challenges of COVID, how did you manage to pull it off in terms of chemistry amongst the actors themselves and trying to also accomplish these
Yes.
intimacy scenes?
Yes. So before we shot anything, we had a table read, and then I had a rehearsal with the three lead actors. And, we were mailing around all the COVID tests to everybody's houses. So, we always made sure everyone was safe when we showed up in person. And I wanted to make sure that the three lead actors met before we shot anything, whether it was during our table read or our rehearsal at a theater here in Hollywood. We practiced a bunch of scenes. And so they just clicked, really. I mean, the stars aligned as far as cast goes, because as soon as they started working on the scenes, they really, that chemistry just sparked, and they all really gelled with one another.
Now, of course, I want to say this is an all Latino cast, and you being a Latina filmmaker yourself, tell us how gracious and I'm proud of the cast, with your background and making a film like this in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super humbled and very proud of this film and that I had this opportunity to show my work. It's a definitely a fact that there's not really any Latina filmmaker, director, writers out there. And so getting this opportunity, is something that I've been waiting for. Well, I should say working towards for a lot of years. And so, naturally, I write characters that are of Latino, ethnicities. And so, yeah, I'm very happy about it. And I hope everyone enjoys the film. And the great thing about it is, like, yes, we are Latino forward in front and behind the camera, but this film is also mainstream. It's not a niche film where we're talking about culture. It's it's an erotic thriller. And so it's sort of my take on the genre with a cast that I would like to see.
So, in the end, making your directorial debut with this film, how was your overall experience with it?
Well, it was the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life. That's for sure. Definitely a roller coaster ride of a lot of ups and downs, and trying, doing things for the very first time, like going through 9 months of editing, going through a year of music with my composer, and finding music for all the scenes in the movie. I mean, a lot of the things that I've done, it was like the very first time doing it. And so thankfully, I had a great team that was super talented and was able to come through on that, end of things. Because had I not, it wouldn't look the way it does. Had I not had the talent from the crew. Yeah, and so it was great. I hope to do it again. I hope to get more opportunities to direct, and I hope to get to produce the other scripts that I've written. So.
For sure. It sounds like you do definitely want to do it again. So what's coming up next for you for now?
Good question. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, I would like to write a sequel for Demise, and then hopefully get my other projects off the ground, and maybe get the opportunity to direct other people's projects. I know this takes years to get your own film that you wrote off the ground. And so I guess in the meantime, I would love to hop in on another project. So.
Most excellent. Well, let me wrap it up with one last question. And for this, for those people who, want to check out Demise, when will it be available for the rest of us to watch this erotic thriller?
Sure. So it's available now. You can find it on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, Vudu, Roku, as well as on demand. And then our website is Demise the Film. And then we are on Instagram at Demise the Film. And my Instagram is Yara Estrada _Lowe.
Well said. Well said. Yara, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us for Demise. I can't wait to check it out, and everyone will definitely want to check it out too. So appreciate it, and hopefully we get to do this again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Right now.
Bye.